Hey, Gems. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this video resonates with you as I'm just getting started. Okay, Gems. I was shuffling for you guys, and I like just trying to like get in the energy, and all I could think was, okay, like I literally feel like I've done the same title for Gems for like a month, and it's this whole idea of like out with the old, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new. And I feel like almost like a sense of like sarcasm, which I like. I understand that like the idea that like time is fluid, like I don't timestamp these reads because these like if you're reading an energy, this is an energy that could play itself out for an extended period of time, right? Because we're cyclical learners. And so I feel like you've just been going through this cycle of out with the old and with the new. What does that mean? Why does it mean that? And it's like, so I guess I just want to like start off with that. Okay. From there, we have the womb and the healer, the orphan, the Gnosis, the siren, the shadow, Alithia, and the poet. Oh, yeah. Um, Gems. So, I mean, I guess I want to start with the orphan and the shadow because I feel like the idea here is just this like when you feel out of control, when you feel like the control is going to be removed from you, then I feel like it's almost like that's what triggers you into your shadow state. Like you're okay as long as you have control over everything and everyone around you. The second you don't have control over everything and everyone around you, you get triggered and I want to say like flip the switch, right? I mean it's like the MO for Gems. It's just that like your duality. You embody, like both sides of the coin. So I feel like, but which is great if you are in control of both sides of your coin. But for a lot of gems who are in their shadow state, who are reacting from their triggered place of like abandonment. But what is abandonment if not like being out of control of a situation, right? Like I don't have control of the situation. So rather than lean into it, I'm going to lash out at it, which is that like shadow side of the flip side, because you can embody duality and still not be like somebody who's an oppressive violence against other people. um like especially unnecessarily, I kind of want to say, like there's a time and a place for everything. And I feel like in a sense of like just impetuance of just like, well, what somebody else had control, and so you lash out in a shadow state. Um, and I kind of want to say like you're coming into this realization because the Gnosis and Alithia, I mean Alithia is like the truth of it all, like the black and white, like you cannot argue with the capital T truth. There's no getting around it. Usually because people have acquired enough evidence of cyclical behavior patterns to say to you, you can't just put this off on me. This is the reality of the situation. And I want to say like the reality of you lashing out and the reality of how you don't have control of this side of yourself and how you will literally destroy things in your path when all you needed to do was lean into the change. Um, and I feel like that's kind of a harsh truth, but it's a truth that you're coming into because you've played this pattern out enough to know yourself. you know. Um, and then you have the healer, the womb, the poet, and the siren. And I feel like there's an idea here, Gems, of an idea of redemption. Because I feel like, and take this how it resonates. You can be on either side of this story, right? It could be that you're dealing with somebody who just triggers and lashes out and is destructive unnecessarily and just, you know what I mean? But like the reality of it is that it will literally destroy your life. You know what I mean? I remember it was a gym and they said, you know, like how can you be with the or how can you even be friends with somebody? They will literally destroy your life. And I thought, like, isn't that telling of your character? You know, because people don't just accuse people of destroying somebody's life who literally like they have no ill intention, right? And so I feel like there's this idea of you or another person really having to like bring a lot of healing to whatever destruction has been brought by this trigger. And I feel like there's a need here, Gems, for you or this person, take it how it resonates, but you know, I'm gonna read it how it comes through. And I feel like there's a need here for you to create a safe space because I feel like you came in and you wreaked havoc from a triggered state, and now and I think it occurred enough times that it's like it's played itself out. And so for you to just say like like it's not something that you can just like gloss over. It's like I feel like the damage that was done was so massive that it's like the heart of the actual issues has to be dealt with, which means requiring a safe space. And I get the feeling that the person that you're dealing with looks at you and is like, what about you has ever been safe? Why would I feel safe in your presence? You know what I mean? And I feel like this idea of wanting to offer a safe place to bring healing to something that I feel like you just are so drawn to it. I feel like you have this idea that it will, you know, like it will make all of the bad worth it in the end. You know what I mean? I feel like there's an idea here, Gems, of really wanting to salvage something that has been destroyed. And having to, I want to say, acknowledge the destruction, the destructive behavior that occurred, and I want to say overcome the challenge of creating a like a sincere level of security. Like how do you it takes so much to restore trust. You know what I mean? It's like once you have broken that trust, once somebody knows that they're never actually safe with you because the second that you don't have control of them, you're going to seek to destroy them. You know what I mean? Like that's not an easy thing to overcome. You know? And I feel like there's really a question of is that even possible? Um, because it's what you really want. Eight of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. Yeah, I mean, because again, it feels like this idea of manipulation. Like, no, why? So you can own me, so you can, you know what I mean? I mean, like the reality of it, of dealing with your help or your assistance. I like it's funny. I think of my ex-husband. You know, he's a Gemini. You know, and it was always this idea of like, well, I'll do anything for you if you like if you're mine, if I own you, and if I don't own you, not only will you not get what I give you, but you will get like what I gave you times a million in negativity. I will seek your destruction in every way possible, and I will not give a fuck about who gets hurt in the process. You know, and it's just kind of that idea of like the reality of the truth of it all is that you used your duality as a way to keep somebody in their place so that you could keep control of the situation. And this person, like, I feel like it's just like, let's, like, this person called a spade a spade. You know what I mean? And they were like, you know, like, I cannot deal with you. You are destruction. And you wanting to move past that somehow. the chariot, I'm sorry, the fairy stallion, which is the chariot in traditional tarot, the empress, the six of pentacles, and the page of pentacles. I feel like there's an idea here of I mean, the page of pentacles or the page of wands is the idea of really like setting off on a new journey and excitement, like a curiosity, and wanting to see what it would be like to really actually build with this person, and moving in a direction that, I mean, the Empress is the harvest card, right? So it's the idea that there's so much there's so much good here to be had. I feel like it's just kind of like maybe it's the conversation that you're having, but it's just this idea of like there's so much good to be had. There's so much that we can do for one another. Like there's so much good that we bring to each other's lives. Like that, and I feel like maybe the idea here, Gems, is that this person looks at you and they're like, what good exactly is it that you think that you're going to bring to me? Because any of the good that I've ever experienced from you has been immediately destroyed and made into something horrible. That, like, I feel like there is a back and forth that just feels like this like point of control, a battle for who's in control, and the only way to get this person to be like, because you guys weren't on the same page ever, you know what I mean? And it's this idea of like, okay, well, if we're not on the same page, then I have to be a page ahead of you. So I'm going to push you down and keep you back, and it feels competitive and it feels vindictive, and I just feel like it's something that does not feel safe, and so that's that's the heart of the issue, that I think you're wanting to move past it, or this person is wanting to move past, to say, like, look at all of the good that we have, in spite of the way that I tried to destroy everything constantly. you know and I say that with a lot of bitter in my voice, like bitterness. And I, in all sincerity, I don't I say my ex-husband of like a decade ago. So really, come on, it's come and gone. It's so far in the past, but I feel like that's the level of angst that this person feels towards you, or that you feel towards this person, right? Of like, how in the hell would I ever make this work with you? Like, you're literally, all you do is seek to destroy me at every turn, every chance you get, because you are more interested in having control over me and the situation at hand than you are with engaging and leaning into this experience. The Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. It's just kind of this idea of like, I've really been working on myself. I've come into an understanding of like the reality of my behavior and the way that it, can be very burdensome, to the people around me. I feel like that there's an acknowledgement here of minimally of your behavior, but again, I don't really know, like how receptive this person is, to this offer, because I feel like this is just more like a presentation of like the conversation that's occurring. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. That was like 10 cards I saw. Let's try that again. The Vessel, yeah, build it or break it. Because again, it's just this, like, I feel like that's the conversation. It's like, can this be salvaged? But like, I guess my PSA for that would be like, you better really understand this cycle, and you better understand all the facets that are involved with that, because I think that if you come to this person with like a half-ass, like, oh, I'm just gonna act like nothing ever happened, because this person is literally just gonna shut the door in your face. You know what I mean? So, Gems, I don't know. I guess it was different than the last Out with the Old, In with the New. So there's that. Yeah, if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, please click the link in the description box below. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please, please, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Bye.